Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is the Iron Giant. So this is one of those movies that's just like a pop culture icon that's just flown completely past me that I've never seen before. Of course, I've seen the Iron Giant's design and I know it's about a giant robot, of course, you know. Like apart from that, I don't really know much about the plot. Like, is it about someone building the robot? Do they find the robot? Who any of like the rest of the cast is? All I know is this is directed by Brad Bird, which is very exciting because he did the Incredibles movies and Ratatouille, all incredible movies. I also know this is supposed to be quite sad, right? So I'm expecting it to be emotional a bit. I've heard people get quite emotional over the ending, or something in here makes people emotional. So it's really exciting to get into this, especially with Brad Bird directing. And I know he used to be an animator, so making that transition from like animator to director is really cool because he has so much insight into the animation process anyway, doesn't he? So before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon. Over there you can find 1 week early access, you can find full-length timer-based reactions where you just sync up your own footage, and you can find polls so you can vote for what's next. So yeah, let's just jump right into the Iron Giant. Oh, we're in space. Okay. A satellite. 1957, the Russian satellite. Comet coming in.
Portland Station.
Is that the robot itself? I don't even know the robot's name, if it has a name. The Iron Giant.
The lighthouse! I see it!
What an introduction to him. So it came from space. Is it an alien robot? The animation here is really cool with the sea and the waves, obviously combining the 2D and the 3D. But that wave splash there in the foreground was 2D. Yeah, that's just gorgeous. The sunrise or sunset.
Oh, but he's not a pet, Mom. He's a friend.
Hogarth, we've got to rent a room this year if we're going to make ends meet. And no.
So he's not allowed pets, but is he gonna find the giant then?
Where is this guy?
Annie, I can't read this handwriting.
He's escaped and run off. Oh, it's a squirrel. You can't keep a squirrel as a pet though, can you?
Sir. Sir.
News about the Russian satellite. I wonder if that will be a bigger plot point.
Tell the truth, dang it! It came from outer space. I saw it.
Oh, this is the sailor.
An unidentified flying object.
Unidentified? Well, knowing you, Earl, I'd say it was either whiskey or beer.
I do really love all of these character designs as well. There's something about this kind of era of animation, you know?
I bet we could find him.
Yes. No. Call me Dean.
The squirrel went up his trousers.
Squirrels in my pants, Hogarth.
Where's my dad?
I'd like to apologize to everyone in advance for this.
Yeah, causing a scene, of course.
Check, please.
I mean, Dean was pretty cool about it the whole time, the whole ordeal.
I need to work late tonight. There's some cold chicken in the icebox.
Yeah, it's just trying to make ends meet.
You're gonna get it.
See, even though I haven't seen this before, just this kind of animation style makes me feel a bit nostalgic, just seeing it, you know? The way the backgrounds are done and the way the characters are. It's completely gone. There's just a subtle bit of 3D work there with the roof as well. Hoping that's just like a BB gun or an air rifle or something. Even if he fires it, it looks like it'll hit the torch before he can hit anything else. So this is all like hand-drawn animation. I'm wondering how they did this with the bits that are like revealed in the light. Did they have like a daytime drawing and a nighttime drawing and then like overlay them? That's really interesting to see how they did that with the flashlight. That's a really cool shot. Is it like feeding on the energy from the power plant here? Oh, completely destroyed his gun. It's really big. I mean, it's taller than I was expecting, to be honest. Oh, he's just eating the metal. Okay, so it doesn't like the electricity, it seems. He sees us in pain, but how can he help, really? I don't know how he could. It's very convenient, big off switch. It's like powered down now. That was cool as well, the changing focus, the like depth of field there, making the robot blurry and then Hogarth blurry. So is this going to be like the classic kind of keeping it as a pet, as a secret kind of story? Like Lilo and Stitch kind of thing? How do you keep this giant robot a secret? Oh yeah, he's powering back on. That was cool, he like run across his fingers for a second there.
Mom! What do you think you're doing? Don't you know better than to wander off at night alone?
I don't believe this. Something ate our TV antenna. It's a
Hogarth,
robot!
just-
Really, it
Hogarth,
is! And,
please.
And the robot is...
Yeah, we saw it was eating metal. Why does it eat metal?
I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, she thinks it's all just made up. I mean, why wouldn't you? And there he is, just watching on. Now that it's seen Hogarth, has it like latched onto him a bit? Oh, is this Cold War kind of stuff as well? Because obviously they're talking about Russia a lot.
That's why I'm selling it. It's got a large bite out of it.
Okay, yeah, see, he's just going around taking bites out of stuff. That's Dean again.
Kent Mansley, United States Government, Unexplained Phenomena Department.
Marv Loach, I'm the foreman.
What happened?
So, government's getting involved here a bit as well.
We did find this.
Oh, yeah. He's got the first bit of his name.
Biggest thing in this town is probably the homecoming queen. Oh my God!
Well, he's got to believe it now.
What are we looking at here, Mr. Manley?
Something big, Marv.
Has he dealt with, like, supernatural things before? Oh, he's going to try and get a photo of the giant. Yeah, it makes sense to prove that it's real. You know, is this guy like, he's from this unexplainable department, right? Has he met aliens and stuff before? Look at the perspective as well, just to make it look even bigger. Ooh. That was cool how the ground shaked when he sat down like that. Was he just like mimicking him? Yeah.
I guess you're not gonna hurt me, huh?
Yeah, he's saying thank you.
Don't you remember anything?
He's got a bash on his head, yeah.
Can you do that? Blah, blah, blah?
So he doesn't really have any way of communicating.
Rock. Good.
Okay, yeah, so he can talk a little bit. He's got to learn some of the language.
My own giant robot. I should call some... No, they'll panic. People always...
Yeah, he's got to keep it secret a bit.
In contact with it 2.5 miles off the coast of Rockwell. Some assumed it was a large meteor or...
Oh, he's in Rockwell. Is Rockwell supposed to be a play on words for Roswell, you know?
But I gotta go home now.
This train track is making me nervous. Is that like, that can act as a barrier for him? Or is he going to try and eat it?
Wait a minute. What do you think you're doing?
And now a train's coming, it's going to derail.
Help me! I need your help!
Can it figure out what's going on? Yeah, it's still no good.
Okay, over, good, good. Now the other. Okay, good enough. Let's go.
Don't know, is it good enough?
Train is
Okay, yeah.
coming. Let's go.
I don't think train, there's not much room for error, is there? Oh, it did hit him.
No. Ah! You're alive.
Oh, he's lost his arms. You can like remote control them. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, we're in trouble now.
Luckily, there's this fog.
Changed my mind. You can't follow me home, okay? Let's go.
I need your car.
That was just Rockwell City Hall. For some reason, I thought he was talking to the president there. Oh, he's got a big barn to keep him in.
Uh-oh, Mom talk. Just stay here, okay? I'll be back. Bye.
He's figuring out more of the language. Oh, they're gonna find his hand or something.
Giant metal man.
Does anyone know where I can get to a telephone nearby?
Yeah, this Hogarth's house. Ooh.
Hey there, Scout. Kent Mansley. I work for the government.
You told me you'd found, say, a giant footprint. I might send over an expert to make a plaster cast of it. Hell, you get me a photograph of this thing, and I could probably get some troops over there.
Has Hogarth heard all of this? He knows that this guy's going to be searching for the robot now.
What kind of a sick person would name a kid Hoga?
Oh. Let's put it together.
100-foot robot? That's nutty. What else did he say?
No, wait, stop.
He's right behind him.
Good night, Hogarth. I'm sure we'll see each other again real soon.
This guy is Superman. Sure, he's famous now, but he started off just like you.
He's all inspired by Superman, wants to be a hero then. Oh, look at that, the spinning shot. Really like whimsical, isn't it? Especially with this music. It's like, yeah, like going on an adventure. I'm trying to think, like, where could you take him to eat stuff that it wouldn't have like a negative consequence, like a car junkyard or something?
We can't go there yet. People just aren't ready for you.
Yeah.
That would be okay to eat. It's been there for months. Oh no. We gotta hide! You know, hide, it's when you just get behind something quick!
Oh, he's getting towed away right this second. I like how expressive he is as well. You know, when stuff is like 3D animated, especially like the early 3D animation, it was hard to get something so expressive, but they're doing a really good job with the Iron Giant. Like, all of his facial expressions are great.
All you can eat.
Like, you think he'd be quite limited in his facial expressions, but they do a really good job. Like, the eyes and the mouth is actually quite loose. It can move around quite a bit.
You'd be surprised how many people want to steal scrap. But man, once I turn it into art, I can't give it away.
Oh, he turns it all into art. That's cool.
Smarter. I just do the stupid homework. If everyone else just did the stupid homework, they could move up a grade and get pounded too. Is there any more coffee?
I don't think he needs any more.
Who cares what these creeps think, you know? They don't decide who you are, you do. You are who you choose to be.
That's quite a good quote. I wonder if that will come back up. You know, the Iron Giant choosing to be Superman rather than choosing to be this evil robot.
Run, kid, run!
Oh, and he thinks he's stealing him away.
His name is Dean. We like Dean.
Dean.
Food and shelter.
Can he just like pull some of this rubble up over him to hide as well? You know, he's quite humanized, isn't he? He needs to eat, he needs to sleep.
Morning, sport. Sleep well?
Yeah, I thought it'd be him.
Finally rented our room.
I did see the room for rent sign come back up with him.
Hey, how big is this thing, Ranger? Been in the forest lately, Scott? Hey, where you going?
Maybe you can use him to help make some art.
Yes, I see. What do you call this again?
Landslide. It's new. Very new.
Good way to get him out of there.
First satellite in space.
Foreign satellite, Hogarth. And all that implies.
So this is obviously set in the Cold War. I wonder what Stars is going to take on things, I guess. We already see some of the kids earlier. It seemed like they'd fallen for some of the propaganda, I guess.
All I know is we didn't build it, and that's reason enough to assume the worst and blow up the kingdom come, to destroy it before it destroys us.
5, 4, 3, 2.
He's gonna throw him as well. Oh, okay. Just spin him round.
We're landing! We're landing!
I really love how they incorporate some of the 3D here. It works really well. Like how there's like the camera movement, you know? There's gotta be a big footprint or something somewhere, right? Oh, his camera. Does it have any of the photos in it though?
Banzai!
And he's gonna copy that.
What? You too? You...
I really love some of this like slice of life stuff where, you know, they're just kind of having fun for a bit. Oh, he's just getting a run up. All the fish as well and the raccoon. Oh, she's gonna open the door and ruin the photos.
I think I'm feeling better now. Much better.
Yeah, so he's got photo evidence. I thought she was going to open the door, and because it exposes it to light, it would like ruin it. So he'd seen the evidence, but he didn't have any evidence to give to anyone else. But he still does have the photo. Oh wow, yeah, look at that. The sunbeams coming in and how it's interacting with him as well. And he's learning a bit about nature and stuff.
Well, I guess he decided to...
And now he's being seen by others.
It's dead. Don't do that!
Why?
He's getting like even more confident. You know, he's asking questions now. But he'll see that Hogarth had the gun before.
Gun.
Yes. Guns kill.
It's like something was like taking over him there a bit. His eyes going red.
It's part of life. It's bad to kill. But it's not bad to die.
You die?
Well, yes. Someday. It doesn't prove anything.
It's enough to get the army here with one phone call.
Then what's stopping you?
Where's the giant? You can't protect him, Hogarth, any more than you can protect your mother.
Oh, threatening the mum as well. You should just rip up the photo while it's in front of him.
A bad dream.
Oh, I like that they're not like holding back from some of this darker stuff, like him using chloroform, all of these like government secrets, the Cold War, and we saw like they showed actual blood earlier as well. Oh, his dad was a pilot or something. That's why he has this helmet. Just gonna wait each other out, see who falls asleep first. He could have just left his helmet there and run off the air. Hopefully.
Morning, Kent.
But Dean and Hogarth have it all sorted out.
Metal Man!
Ah, the Metal Man.
Oh, have they built a Metal Man out of the junk?
He's in the back. Come on, I'll show you.
Yeah, that's the perfect excuse. So it is the actual him though. They've just like disguised him up as a drunk piece. This piece of art.
You just blew millions of Uncle Sam's dollars out of your butt!
The smug look on his face. Is that maybe something between them, Annie and Dean?
But I can't. And all that implies. People eater, killing machine, Atomo!
He doesn't want to play as Atomo.
No, Atomo.
Giant S, Superman.
I'm Superman.
Okay, Superman, take this!
Yeah, he's got like some violence protocol. And a laser. Yeah, it just like takes over him, he didn't even realise.
As I was saying, take this!
Yeah, it's like a self-defense thing when he sees a weapon.
Hardware, Hogarth. Why do you think the army was here?
He's a weapon.
So is Dean gonna turn on him?
I got gun.
Yeah? What's that, huh? You almost did that to Hogarth!
Come back!
Hogarth. Hey, stop!
Giant!
It was defensive.
Yeah, exactly. He only reacted to the gun. Oh, he's dropped the S, yeah.
See, I told you it was a big hoax. Dad said the team had...
He's not turning himself into the army, is he?
See? The monster! Holy cow!
Oh. Oh, and yeah, he needs to go in and help. That's what Superman does. But then everyone's gonna see him.
Look behind you! The giant! It's attacking! Stop it!
Oh no, he did actually see it.
Mother of God.
I thought he might turn around and he's like ducked down or something.
I am not a gun.
Getting even better at talking. Oh. Yeah, the army's right here. And he's gonna go into self-defense mode after seeing all these guns.
Giant's got the kid with him.
I'll take care of it.
Is Kent actually gonna look after the kid though, you know?
Killed a kid.
Oh, of course. He's just driving it even worse then. I thought Kent, you know, he might have had a little bit in him, a little bit of good in him, like him wanting the best, even though he does all these, you know, does it in a roundabout, sinister way a bit. Oh, he can fly.
You can fly?
I think he's only just finding that out as well.
Try pointing your arm straight ahead, like Superman.
Just like Superman, gonna fly like Superman.
No.
Yeah, he's stopping himself from firing off the laser. But that's just like Superman as well, laser eyes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's protecting Hogarth first. Oh, look how expressive he is. He's like shaking as well.
It's still alive! Shoot at it!
Yeah, look at it. The rage. But once he realizes that he's killed people, how's he gonna react? This is a cool form, like loads of I was expecting him to have this different, like, weaponized form, you know?
Conscious, but he's okay.
Yeah, he is alive. So, like, is the giant supposed to be, like, a weapon robot, you know? It seems like it. He's got all of these killing devices. He was, like, made to be a killing robot, but as I think it was Dean said, you get to choose who you want to be, right?
Want us to bomb ourselves in order to kill it?
General, the giant seems to follow whatever attacks it. We can lure it away from the town.
What kind of bomb is this, though?
Hey, no!
Yeah, that technology is crazy.
And you don't have to be a gun. You are what you choose to be.
Yeah, there we go. You are what you choose to be.
We gotta show them you're good.
They're gonna fire anyway.
The boy's alive?
It's a trick! Launch the missile!
Are you mad, Mansley?
Mansley's just completely lost it.
Launch the missile now!
Yeah, it's all Kent, wow.
Missile is targeted to the giant's current position! Where's the giant, Mansley?
What?
Right next to them.
Screw our country! I want to live!
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Mansley to be this evil and cowardly. Yeah, the giant has to do something here. Otherwise everyone here is gonna die, basically. He's gonna sacrifice himself, isn't he?
You stay. I go. No following.
Yeah, it's just like Hogarth was said to him all this time.
You are who you choose to be.
Chose to be Superman. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous.
Let's go home.
Is he okay? It's like a star shining up there. Oh, and Dean's made a giant copy of him.
Best work yet, honey. No
Yeah, and they're together now.
He said it was the only part recovered. He thought you should have it.
Oh, is that bolt, like his ear? He can't put that in that one and like activate. I don't know. Is he still okay then? He's gonna put himself back together because that's what he does. Yeah. If all the pieces fell back down to earth and then slowly wound up putting themselves back together. Look at that grass there, so realistic, really well drawn and animated. All the way in Iceland he's putting himself back together. Okay, so that was the Iron Giant. You know, I'm a real sucker for like a good self-sacrifice scene, so that really got to me. And I think throughout the movie we see all of these kind of more fun, light-hearted moments that really just build our connection with the characters. You know, there's the moments where they're like jumping in the lake, having fun, and he's spinning him around in that car. All of these like little slice of life moments that are just there to, you know, they're a bit whimsical, they're a bit fun, but what they do is they just build this connection for the audience, and then by the time it comes to the end when there's this sacrifice, it just really hits you and was really effective. But of course, he does survive and puts himself back together, which is great. I really liked, you know, the setting and this like Cold War aspect. That was something I really wasn't expecting, and I liked that they didn't really shy away from it. You know, they showed death and they showed a bit of blood. Hogarth was like bleeding from his nose at one point and was was like knocked out at one point, and then you have all of the stuff with the army. I was a bit worried when they started talking about the Cold War and we'd seen the Russians, that is this going to be kind of like US military propaganda? But I think it really isn't. In fact, it kind of sways the other way. It kind of shows the military in a bad light. They weren't listening, and all of this was a consequence of them and a consequence of what Kent was doing. I think what it really does, it just shows kind of the fear that the Cold War puts into people and all of this fear. And I think there was a bit at the start where these kids were saying, oh, we'll just blow it up or whatever, and that was kind of showing how well some of the propaganda had worked on them as well. So it was taking this kind of anti-military stance, even though it showed some of the military, and it wasn't just like American military propaganda, you know. So I really liked that they didn't fall into that trap. And then of course this really strong message, you choose who you want to be. The giant chose to be Superman instead of choosing to be Atomo, this giant killing robot. He chose to be Superman and to save people, and he showed that through his actions who he chose to be. Despite what all of these other people thought of him, he chose to be Superman instead of choosing to be this monster that everyone had assumed that he was, you know. That's a great message there. And of course the animation on this was really, really well done. I'm kind of nostalgic for this kind of era of animation, you know, just seeing all of the backgrounds, the hand-drawn ones. It was all just really gorgeous and nostalgic. And then the way they combined the 2D and the 3D was actually really well done. There was a few scenes where certain objects were like 3D and the camera was like moving, like when it moved around that table that one time. And then of course the giant is all 3D CG, but it worked really well, and they were super expressive with his character as well. I think like 3D, sometimes it falls into the trap of like not being expressive enough, especially early CG like here, but it worked really well here actually. Just the way the eyes moved, it reminds me of like the lenses on like the new Spider-Man costumes and stuff to make it more expressive, and his mouth was actually quite loose, that bottom jaw. It let it be just really, really expressive, and you can see all of the different range of emotion really well just through this robot, which you don't expect a robot to be that emotive, you know. And I think Brad Bird's history like as an animator, it probably helped him being a director for an animated movie, because he knows some of the process and he knows what works and doesn't work. It just really works well, you know. Even after all of these years, the animation still holds up really well, and it helps that there's an investing story that holds your attention, so you're not worried about how bad something looks, because you don't really care. What you care about is the story and the characters and the plot, you know. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like or a comment. If you really loved it, be sure to subscribe. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.